Oh my God. We got to get into this article, man. It seems as if Caitlin Clark has turned down $20 million. $20 million in the WNBA. Y'all acting like y'all can't get a CBA done, turning down all this bread for y'all. Listen, Caitlin, you might need to start accepting some of these bags. You might need to start accepting some of these payments.
Everyone, stop for a second. Do you realize what just shook the very core of basketball tonight? Word is spreading like wildfire. Caitlin Clark just walked away from a jaw-dropping $20 million deal. And let me tell you, the WNBA Commissioner? Absolutely stunned. This isn't just a shock, it's a seismic event, a ripple that's cracking the foundations of the entire league. Whispered resignations, hidden panic, chaos behind closed doors, you name it. And believe me, the truth is far darker, messier, and more explosive than anyone realizes. Because saying no? That wasn't just a refusal. It ripped apart an entire blueprint. It exposed every weakness in a system built on control and expectation. And it sent one message louder than any highlight reel, louder than any buzzer beater, louder than any record shattered: I am not yours to command. That one line just rewrote the rules. Across the sports world, sources are scrambling. This wasn't some ordinary contract. This was power in disguise: equity, revenue shares, guaranteed marketing, long-term influence, an empire handed to her on a silver platter. The league laid out everything. And Caitlin Clark? She stared straight at it and chose her own path.
Caitlin Clark has the WNBA buzzing. Here it says, Caitlin Clark is the lone basketball player on Sportico's latest ranking of the highest paid female athlete. She has climbed into the number 6 spot with an estimated $16.1 million in total earnings, a number that came despite an injury-shortened campaign that only lasted 13 games. Now, y'all know how all of us Caitlin Clark fans was disappointed that we barely even got to see the woman play last season. We waited all off season, had to get through the 3-on-3 unrivaled, whatever.
Everyone thought it was a done deal. Fans were already celebrating. Executives popped the champagne early. Investors had penciled in the profits before the ink dried. And then, nothing. Silence. Caitlin Clark, the golden girl, the engine driving ratings, the symbol of a new era. She didn't say yes.t almost. Silence is just silence. But to the league, to the money behind the curtain, to the people who thought they controlled the game, silence is a weapon. Her quiet wasn't indecision. It was power. Her quiet wasn't hesitation. It was choice. She was no longer the rookie following the script. She was the author of her own story. Suddenly, that $20 million offer wasn't an opportunity, it was a challenge. And Caitlin? She refused to play by their rules. And here's where it hits like a thunderclap. Even if the offer didn't come straight from the WNBA, the shockwaves were unstoppable. The league is entering uncharted territory. Massive media deals, sky-high expectations, all of it now depends on her presence, her visibility, her control. She isn't just a player, she is the ratings. She is the growth. She is the reason the networks keep opening their wallet.
This is not the first offseason in which Clark faced pressure to take on more. After her rookie year, Unrivaled approached her with a package worth $1 million plus equity for a short stint. She declined immediately. And y'all remember Unrivaled was dragging it on and on and on and on, trying to pretend like she was going to be in it, to the point where she had to step in and put a stop to it. Like, okay, enough's enough. Stop using my name for this. I'm not playing in the league. Stop. She had to step in and do that herself.
So, when she turned down a deal that would have kept her in the public eye every single day, the front office reportedly panicked. And it makes sense, because here's the brutal truth. If Caitlin vanishes for even a few months, the hype slows. The chatter dies. The ratings dip. And suddenly, everyone at the top, especially the commissioner, feels the squeeze. Most rookies don't get options. Most rookies need every dollar. Most rookies wouldn't dream of saying no. But Caitlin Clark? She stepped onto the court carrying a multi-million-dollar Nike deal, a signature shoe on the horizon, and a personal brand bigger than the league itself. The old playbook? Doesn't touch her. Money? She's got it. Fame? She doesn't need it. Influence? She is influence. And in that moment, the league realized the truth. Caitlin Clark cannot be controlled. Not by the WNBA. Not by rival leagues. Not by executives. Not by any hidden agenda. She is playing 5 moves ahead while they're still setting up the board. And here's the part nobody talks about, the heart of the story. Her rookie season wasn't easy. Not because of talent, but because of pressure, targeting, relentless hits, and being overexposed yet underprotected. She gave everything, her minutes, her energy, her body, only to be fouled, bumped, shoved, pushed to the brink with almost zero protection. So when a new league expected her to keep grinding nonstop, she said, "Not like this. Not again." She chose her body. She chose her peace. She chose her future. And that decision? It sent shockwaves through the entire system. Veterans watched closely, some in awe, some in envy, some in disbelief.
Oh, it's about $20 million or maybe even more that she's turned down. I know with Project B, she would have gotten over $20 million for a long-term commitment. They definitely were going to pay her the bag. And Caitlin has been adamant that she loves the WNBA. She grew up watching the WN. You know, Maya Moore is her favorite player, and she wants to be a WNBA great, and she wants to play in the WNBA. So hopefully they can get a deal done. We had Sue Bird and Stephanie White kind of talk about the state of the CBA and where they are, where the Indiana Fever are, more importantly, and how they're going about this CBA offseason. Let's give that a listen.
We schedule a week ahead and schedule a week in advance, and if it's gonna shut down, then we need to shut everything down. Hopefully we can continue to work with our players that are injured, because we have a lot of them in market as well. But it's very difficult being in limbo. It's very difficult when you're talking to your staff and you don't really know anything. But at the same time, it's part of the growing process of our league. We certainly understand that as our staff is mostly former players. We understand that as well. But being in limbo is difficult.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the other thing the CBA will decide is stuff like the core. Will they have core designation? So I'm sure that goes into all your planning.
Everyone comes from different paths, and you need to know, I choose me. Not the endless media. Not nonstop games. Not burnout. Not pressure. Not being a commodity. She chose rest. She chose recovery. She chose control. She chose dignity. And that choice, that single, unapologetic decision, may have just rewritten the future of women's basketball. Because the superstar they thought they could manage just proved she manages everything.